We have a pleasure today to have Grandmaster Vladimir Fedoseev, winner of Kasparov Chess Foundation Grand Tour, first competition, Blitz in Rapid in Warsaw. There were fantastic conditions, and Vladimir had fantastic result. Maybe result number third in the history of Grand Tours. It was 10th Grand Tour, just such greats, grandes as Magnus Carlsen and Fabiano Caruana made half point more. But first of all, Vladimir, congratulations, and tell us what was the secret of preparation for the tournament? How preparation looked like?
Yeah, okay. First of all, I'm glad to be there with all our followers and with all guys who are following Kasparov Chess Foundation. And uh, my greats to organizers of event in Poland. Also, I believe Kasparov Chess Foundation took some part of it. And regarding my preparation process for those specific format, Blitz and Rapid, you absolutely can't prepare seriously. And it's more like playing casual games with your friends, who is also at the highest level of the world, in my case, for example, or just following daily routine, such as we created it on the tournament with you, Adrian. So I believe it worked well, and the main part of the success was our great chemistry on the tournament, because all kind of preparation in advance on a tournament, they simply can get out of work because to be in good nervous shape and like following daily routine, it's sometimes far more important than simply to enjoy the pleasure of, let's say, to play in a competition of this level.
Yeah, but let's say, how did you prepare first of all, openings? You played some training matches against some great players. What was your, let's say, opening strategy in Blitz and in Rapid? Were they different?
Yeah, it maybe a little bit. And also I I played against my usual mates and chess friends with whom I'm staying for the last, let's say, 3 years. And they all around 2700. I will hide their names because I don't want to be it's like loudly public information but it's not a secret. You can check my previous interviews where I mentioned some of my chess friends and mates with whom I stayed along the way for the last 3 years. Uh, but back to the topic, I want to say that 5 plus 2 I saw as a far more important portion of the tournament, and I played some certain amount of games, like maybe 60 or 70 games with my friends, also including some online practice, but online is not that valuable if you are preparing for regular events, in my opinion. But yeah, I did some practice. I played with increment of 2 seconds, many games, and probably it helped me to stay alert and never like blunder flag like many other players did in the tournament. Like this probably was so probably I had some kind of control of this 2 seconds in a better way than other players.
Yes, it's great. Okay, it was of course when I saw and I was among the public. For me, of course, it was first of all the level of Rapid. Of course, is much higher the level of Blitz because you need some more time and much more difficult to win the game. It is clear. In Rapid is practically when players of such level are competing. For example, the play of on first 30 moves is very close to the classical games.
I completely agree with this statement, and also I would like to say that uh, okay, it felt to me that those three games on the day of rapid chess, it's like a sim. It's in good comparison to feeling I usually have after classical games. So to perform those three games, it requires some intense concentration. You are trying to find best moves in many situations and so on, so on. And that's why it feels little bit like a classical chess. But 5+2, it's absolutely another world, another format, and to adjust for the switch between 25 plus 10 and 5 plus 2, it requires some mental preparation, I believe, and like you you really need to know that at some certain moment you will need to change your mind, like change them from playing 25 plus 10 to playing 5 plus 2. And even for best players, I believe it's like a big challenge every time they face it. And I'm happy that for the first time I played in the event, I did this change faster than others, I believe, and I stayed with my early success, let's say, in this tournament, which is also important. If you are starting bad, usually it's very, very hard to change the shift in 5+2 or 3+2, for example, in any kind of blitz chess. But in uh, in this tournament, I started well, and then I just yeah, I felt I was on some kind of wave, good wave, and I followed this wave for pretty much the whole tournament. Okay.
You see, it is very important to have constancy, to have some technique which works constantly. Like, for example, in basketball, they have, like in tennis, to be very constant with your technique and to make as a small amount of mistakes as possible. For example, when I saw you in the tournament playing, you always had a bit more time than your opponents. What was the secret?
Yeah, secret, I'm just simply a fast player. I'm
Mm.
fast thinker, and okay, at the tournament I was trying to apply as much pressure as I could, and taking time advantage is one of the ways to apply pressure on your opponent. And yeah, maybe I was little bit more lazy than other players to find the best move in rapid portion, for example. But yeah, I think I played a decent tournament in rapid portion as well, and uh, I can't blame myself for spoiling too many good positions and losing something in which I was not supposed to lose in rapid portion. So because I simply uh, kept playing at good level, and I stayed without losses, thankfully, to this great comeback against Topalov. Also, maybe seen now by me as one of the keys moments of this tournament. My comeback against Topalov in round 9 of Rapid, I believe it was a key moment for me.
Yes, I agree. Absolutely. I was myself, not at that moment. At that moment, it was seeming that some luck came, that you were fighting till to the end, and you showed all best ability, best your characteristics to fight in very difficult position. But after the tournament, we can see that after that game, you got fantastic, let's say, boost to the whole tournament,
Hmm.
that you can play, that you can fight, that you can survive any position, and then you can go forward. So go, 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 and was the strategy which worked very well. Then you don't have too many some problematic position. Okay, Pragananda was another story. Prague was either some okay. Then it was some kind. I mean, Prague was some kind of game which was, let's say, typical blitz games. Yes, so
Yeah,
it
it's typical
changes.
of these
It
games. Yeah,
changes. Yes,
but
yes, sorry.
I believe from your side it was better. Like you probably will explain better what happened than myself because as a chess coach, you know you saw a lot and you know how to explain those moments. And for myself, it was simply like my tournament progress, and I was s- focusing on playing each game again and again. And from your side, I think you probably would be able to explain better what happened after, let's say, my first win on the day one in Blitz against Maxim Vachier-Lagrave. It was actually extremely tough game,
Yeah,
and if I would lose any of those first rounds of on any Blitz days to Maxim, it was highly competitive games, both of them. If I would lose one, maybe it would change my result by big amount of points, let's say. And yeah, who
yeah.
knows, would I win the tournament
Yes, it's
eventually or not?
true.
Yeah.
From my point of view, let's say in this tournament, you showed fantastic play. And second was Maxim. Maxim was recovering after some time of bad results. We can see the play, you know. I was impressed by his play in some moments, with his constancy, with his change of the openings. He started to play, he changed his opening repertoire, and he is on the good
Hmm.
way to come back to the, let's say, to the well top, in my opinion. What I saw in his play, and he was improving with every game. It was clear to see. On the other hand, when I saw some other young stars, I was not impressed in this tournament by their play in especially in blitz, but in rapid either. So they didn't show the real, some, let's say, some fantasy and some, let's say, or opening preparation or something, some qualities which are making them around 2,800 players. So they didn't show anything from their, let's say, from their mountain, Elo mountain. It's true.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that, and I believe most of the players who is also taking part in the tour, in the Grand Chess Tour, was to know I was just a wild card for this event, and I suppose not to play in any Grand Chess Tour this year again. And if players are performing in the whole tour, maybe their focus was preparation for Bucharest. Event is now ongoing in Romania. And I believe they prepared for classical portion much more. So therefore, in Rapid and Blitz, they was not simply focused to show all of their potential. And for me, who supposed to play only one tournament in a year, it was highly important to perform well, and I was extremely motivated. So we had some difference in motivation, and this kind of thing in chess sometimes making huge impact on eventual results. And yeah, maybe partly this is also one of the reasons of my success. Yeah,
Yeah, probably
okay.
there is a lot of motivation of psychology and a lot of, let's say, different attitude towards the game and towards the next tournament. So I want to ask you a few other questions which are now not connected with this tournament, and about you played very interestingly in the World Youth in Maribor 2012, when we, together with Gary Kasparov, gave prizes to the winners of the tournaments. And it was a really fantastic event for us all. Gary was not
Yeah.
thinking yet about Grand Tour. Grand Tour appeared after a few years after this competition, his idea. And I must tell that it is really great idea of Gary Kasparov, and we must all thank to Gary and to the director
Mhm.
of the tournaments, Michael Khodorkovsky, who did really fantastic job with arranging everything. And in my opinion, there are so many tournaments. It's the best organized tournament, in chess world nowadays.
Mhm.
What's your opinion?
Yeah, I tend to completely agree with the statement. I also want to uh, to great Gary and Michael, who did a great job to perform. This is a 10th edition, I believe, of Crunches Tour,
Yeah.
and it's becoming traditional, and it makes our game of chess stronger. I think it's one of the keystones of our uh, chess structure, let's say, structure of events, and like that we're having this kind of elite tournaments, and we are having some elite group of players, and they are playing constantly in grand chess tours. And yeah, in my opinion, it's one of the keystones for our game. Yeah.
True. And I think that with the development of Kasparov Chess Foundation, with the Superbet, Romanian betting company who is going to different markets. They are in Poland, they are now in Brazil, so it will be added São Paulo to the next edition. Maybe for the future they will have some world opens to organize. It would be logical development of the whole system, because sometimes you go from down, sometimes you go from up. You make it everything wider and wider, and to, let's say, to make even some tournament maybe for juniors, because it was some junior match, I think 7 years ago or maybe 8 years ago. It was match of Kasparov Foundation in USA against world top juniors. So it was fantastic match. It was some start. Now Kasparov
Yeah,
Foundation
yeah, yeah. I remember
marketing
it's
everywhere. So
yeah,
maybe it will be development in the juniors in the juniors direct.
sector in the junior sector. Yeah. Also, they had I don't know if they cooperated with so-called Magnus Tour on or Champions Tour. Yeah. If they cooperated, maybe they had this Julius Baer Cup for youngsters, and so on. And also, I know Gary is performing his training camps worldwide
Yeah, yes, in
for
USA he has
youngsters.
training camps, yes, and he will have a yearly traditional training camp during stage number 3 in Zagreb. It will be stage number 3 in Zagreb, so it will be camp of Garry Kasparov, of the most talented players from Europe. Yes, he is from America, from Europe, and it is developing and improving, and young players are coming out and getting a lot of support, a lot of trainings, and they are very happy to be part of Kasparov Chess Foundation. I want to ask you, you had many trainers you trained from the start, yes? From the
Yeah,
start.
yeah, along the way, yeah, yeah.
Yes, so who was the most remarkable, who had most strong influence on your development as a junior?
Yeah, when I've been a junior, I've trained with Grandmaster Denis Yevseev from age of 12 to 10 to age of 17, and he had a strong impact of my play for sure. But then, if we are taking into account my years, which I stayed with Alexander Halifman from 16 years old to 25 years old, I think he actually builded me as a player. I would say his impact of my on my play in the different positions in a different situation is maybe undoubt, undoubtedly, in my opinion, the hugest impact. But then, yeah, then I become more on my own, and for last years, I believe we had an excellent brainstorming process with Roman Vidonik, who is now becoming one of the top coaches of the world, and he is becoming more famous by each day now. He is more and more famous, and people knows him. So many elite players already came to our organized training camps, and yeah, we had lots of brainstorming hours. I almost countless. And I think the system of exercises to prepare for concrete phase of chess, like for concrete solving of concrete problems, hard problems. So this system played a huge impact also on my latest development as a player, and I think all my decisions are a little bit more consistent than they was in each part because of this hard work in training on difficult exercises. Yeah.
Yes, it's great. Yes, very very interesting is that Roman Vidunyak is our pupil with Grandmaster Dorfman. We had a school academy in Lviv starting from 84 when we were, no, it was very funny. We were working for Karpov and Kasparov for both sides, yes, but we were friends at the same time. It was
Yeah, it's
living
yeah.
100 kilometers from each other, meeting for coffee, playing tennis and having our academy. Very strange. From our academy came fantastic trainers. Came Roman Vidunyak, came Alexander Sulipa, trainer, successful trainer of Ukrainian national teams on
Mhm.
Ivanchuk. Came Vitaly Golov, trainer of Israeli teams. Came very good trainer Mikhail Kozakov and Andrei Maximenko, who is a trainer in Poland. So you see, so we created somehow a school of trainers, academy of trainers. Instead of we made them GMs, but we didn't make them, let's say, very strong GMs, but we made them great trainers. So maybe it was something here. Maybe we did not understand this process that we are educating not future top players but future top trainers. It's very funny.
Yeah, I think they enjoyed those lectures, and it gave them a lot of self-confidence and spirit to believe that they can be one day mm, a great coaches. As for Roman, he actually part his ways with uh, uh, playing playing chess over being a trainer at 17, and yeah, now for 35 years I counted this for 35 or and now maybe year 36 is ongoing. He's a coach, so it's quite a bit of a time to develop
As a great
to
trainer,
develop
he was
methods,
developing.
ideas, and so on.
He
Yeah,
was developing for
35
a
years
long
is
period because to
yeah.
create this system is known. This system was started. Okay, it was somehow he built his system on for example, on Dvoretsky partially, on some other with Dorfman Academy, on some education. He was doing the same because, for example, Dvoretsky usually was doing just he had fantastic exercises for end games, for prophylactics and for
Mhm.
calculation operation, but calculation was not so very good in his let's say database. But
Yeah, because he didn't met a strong entrance in my opinion.
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, long engines to check them and to work. And Roman made much wider. He made on, let's say, exercises on different on decision making in different moments of the game, critical moments in the end
Hmm.
games, for example, in the positions when it's necessary to choose between tactical, positional, and some other intuitive decisions. So it took a lot of time. It's very hard work. And people used to say, okay, let's make a book to write the system. Books are immediately stolen. They are after 10 days. I made 25 books. My books were stolen after 12 days. They are internet free. So it is
Yeah.
nowadays it's very difficult to write a book to share your own knowledge without real financial base, because writing a book takes one year. And I'm very happy that Roman did this system, and he is very successful with it. Everybody, many top trainers, they have some own system like this, a bit different forms, but I think Roman did it is the most wider system. Yes, I can't say that it is the best system. It's another word. It is not complete system, but it's big system. Yes, which works very well. So it is because it's everything is development. Even trainer systems are in development. So
Yeah, and worst to know, he was constantly on phone for the last years. He developed his exercises and system with me and Josef Dorfman as well. And with Josef, he is on phone for 20 years. So he is always getting his kind of view of his work. So I believe it helps him a lot to grow and to develop and to meet expectation of a strong player and to meet a level of problems they need to solve. Uh,
Correctly.
I think
Because,
those
yeah.
hours, yeah, almost countless hours we spoke with him, and I believe he had the same with Yosef. With this, I actually trust him to meet the expectation of best players of the world with his exercises. And
Absolutely correct.
I'm
Yeah.
not on the side of critics who are saying like, okay, he is not practical player and so on, so
No,
on.
no,
Yeah,
no,
but
no.
yeah, he's a
Look,
professional coach, and it's in a way his love, but it's to him to explain to the world why he is now chosen by so many strong grandmaster of the
no, I
world,
don't think
and
that
why
it,
they are
it is
uh, training with
his
him.
obligation of you and of these players which he trains to explain what different kind of training he gives. Because first of all, to create his, let's say, his selection of positions of exercises, it took 10 years and more, because it is very difficult process. You test, you try, is good, you know.
No,
It
I
will
will
take.
not actually. I don't want actually to go further here because it will show his cuisine, and I believe for now you can trust him. He is doing everything faster than anybody in the world.
Absolutely, yes.
He is
Absolutely
really
correct.
fast
Yes,
in
yes. He really fast in
in
creating new material,
yeah.
because material, okay, new material, and he has fantastic base, so it works. Because nowadays, as I understand, with the top, with the strong engines and everything, the power of trainer, the role of trainer in opening preparation is now just not diminished; it's changed. The trainer can give just advices which kind of lines to play, but not how to work on it, what to find there to help in the some long lines. He cannot help now. Now players are doing much.
No, I'm doing everything on my own. Like in many
Yeah,
processes, he's trusting me. I'm trusting him. I know that we are usually like we are not meeting big like we are not having big clashes of styles and discussion because okay, we spoke for so many hours, we know each other, and we are uh, like I know how I will work on my parts, and he know how he is working on his parts, and we trust each other to perform our best in our parts of knowledge. But yes, nowadays I believe some kind of development of training systems also on the player, like how to train himself, how to build your repertoire, how to build
yeah,
your openings, what kind of idea you need to find, and so on, so on. So here I'm doing lots of brainstorming for whole my career, and I hope that by the age of 30, I'm doing here better than I did before because I was like a little bit uh, too much in everywhere, like in
yeah,
all areas of chess,
yeah,
but
yes,
maybe without like,
sure.
uh,
It was even Botvinnik when he was either very wide, but for every tournament he was choosing two openings white, two openings black against d4 and e4. Just is necessary to
mhm.
make some selection and to concentrate on your openings which you are playing in this competition. Not possible to prepare everything, of course, even especially now.
Yeah, but time to time and day by day, you can actually achieve better kind of view of your departure. And I believe I'm actually progressing in it now, and I hope to continue in this way. But also, I don't want to explain many things
Yeah.
here because it's
Oh, it's very
pretty much
individual. It's very
one of the
individual.
most
Yeah.
competitive topic, let's
Yeah.
say, right now. It's very important for
Of course,
everybody.
of course, of course.
Everybody is developing their kind of system here, so we will not go any further, I believe. But yeah, if we come back to Roman, I believe he is also well organized person because of training with you and Yosef before. So like it had huge impact on his young minds, and then he was following his way on in the life, and he's like very well organized coach as well.
You
Yeah.
see, you see, it's always I can be happy
And
with it.
also because of your influence, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, okay. I can be happy that we with Joseph, we were all friends, and we tried to do something good, and we succeeded. You know, in chess, you never had guarantees that you will do well, you will play well. You can just make conclusions from your mistakes, from your, let's say, achievements, how to improve and what to do better. So, okay, at the end, we have long year. The year just started. 4 months. So what are your plans for this year? What are your targets? If you say if you make targets or you don't make targets, you just
Yeah,
say
I'm now pretty much annoyed by making targets day by day because I've been in a critical moment of my chess career before. I believe for the last 3 years I should work really, really hard and so on, so on. And we was on the way to create some kind of daily routine for myself. And now I'm just, I think I'm just fine with what we gain, and I hope I will play chess with enjoyment this year. And I don't know. For let's say candidates, I've been close to be a candidate in 2021. I lost it to Sergei Karyakin in semi-final of World Cup, and I've been close in 2017 to become a candidate. So yeah, I had some experience on this way. This is one of the goals for each player who is on the highest level, to get to candidates and try their luck in fighting for a chess uh, world champion title in classical chess. But yeah, you never know how it will go. And yeah, as for now, I'm actually enjoying my process pretty much, and I hope to improve as a player by the time uh, by the time those important events in the year will come,
yeah.
and
Okay.
they, as usual, will come all at once in the end of the year. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, Vladimir, what can I say? It was nice to, let's say, nice talk with you. What can I say? Just you are in some way like my grandson as a
And
trainer. You
couple,
know, my
yeah, yeah,
trainer.
let's say,
Yes,
yeah,
you
yeah,
are.
yeah,
Your trainer,
yeah.
you are son of my
Yeah,
trainer.
yeah, 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 yeah. In a way like this, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I
grandson.
appreciate
So
this. Yeah.
what can I say? With Dorfman, we are all both
Yeah.
grandfather trainer.
Yes.
So okay, I can wish you just all the best, just to be able to work well, to improve, to be in good mood, because for work, for improvement, work is hard. I know very well. Work of grandmaster is very hard. You have to be in positive mood, in good mood to work, because chess demands much more work than in other sports. In chess, we must work much more time than in any other sport. So it is sometimes not boring. It is becoming difficult. So anyhow, I can wish you to do well with this difficult process and to enjoy it. The most important,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you. Thank
and
you a
to
lot,
have and to
Adrian.
have
And once again, we need to say thanks to Kasparov Chess Foundation, Michael Khodorkovsky, and Gary himself, who is making this excellent work for chess world.
Yes,
Uh,
and we hope
and
that
to
we
our
will return.
community. Yeah,
We will
yeah.
return to more close contacts with Kasparov Chess Foundation, as I have Kasparov Chess Foundation Academy leading. You made great lesson for our public. So I hope that in future we will cooperate, and we will see your coming to the next mountain. It's next mountain 2800. So good luck. All the best.
Okay, okay, yeah, okay, okay. Thank you for
Bye.
setting
Bye.
me some new goals, yeah,
Yeah.
which I find unrealistic, by the way. But okay, who
No,
knows?
not
Yeah,
realistic. We grandfathers, we see it from the long
yeah,
time.
yeah, 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 yeah. Forward
Good luck.
only, yeah,
Good luck. Bye bye. Bye
only
bye.
forward. Okay, let's
Bye.
count. Yeah, let's call it a day, I believe. Yeah,
Yes, the direction is clear. Yes, go up.
go.
Bye.
Yeah, and forward, forward. Not
Forward.
like
Forward and
not
up.
down.
Not
Yeah.
forward and back, but forward up.
Okay, okay.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.